I've seen a lot of people say I wasted my 20s. Right now, I am building habits, income, discipline, and working on projects that can grow in the future. Because I believe the work you do today shapes the life you live tomorrow. A lot of people drift through these years. I'm deciding to live this decade intentional. In this video, I'll show you what I'm focusing on, and maybe you'll find some things that you can apply for your own journey. Hi everyone, I'm David, creating a successful life, training as a hybrid athlete, and hoping to motivate people along the way and grow together. Something that's really important for me is to have systems that can clear out my path and make it easy along the way. So I'm planning out everything I'm doing during my days, and that's really the first thing I'm focusing on. I try to plan out my week ahead, my day ahead, because if you just scrambling around, it might get messy and not get forward, you know? First things first, it is about how you go around life. I'm trying to create a lot of systems and planning out as much as possible. Of course, not everything is plannable, and how your week is going to be, your day is going to be, you get a little more clarity on your path, you know? Not everything is written down, and you need to find your way through the years, but planning does help you out a lot. It helps you out to be not perfect, but consistent. And it has proven to be really one of the best things to do, is to be consistent and consistent and consistent. So I'm planning out my week ahead, my day ahead. I'm using Google Calendar, Notion, and my to-do on my notes. So my Google Calendar, there I put everything I do, my big meetings or my big to-dos. On my Google Calendar, I really plan out everything. So I need to work today, I'm putting it there. I need to go somewhere, I'm putting that in my Google Calendar. Then on Notion, I put all my projects and all my tasks. So if I don't know what to do, I'm just looking back on my Notion, and then I can choose which one has my most priority on the projects and define my to-dos on my notes for day-to-day life. So since my notes are on my phone and just really easy to grab, I'm all the time looking at my notes. Okay, today I did this, and this, and I put a maximum of 3 big to-dos on my notes, because much more than that, you will not finish it on the day and you will get a little frustrated. So I'm working like that as much as possible. And again, I'm coming back. It's not rigid. It's something flexible. Having a plan is key, but if it is tight as drum skin, there is no room for unexpected bumps, you know? So of course my plans are made, but if someone calls me, I need your help, or maybe going to do something, I can really move everything. Sometimes, of course, there are things that I can't move, but overall, I try to be as flexible as possible. And that's why I like to use my Google Calendar, my Notion, and my notes all together day to day to really be as flexible as possible, but as consistent as possible. Trying to create systems like this and automate things that really made an habit to do things day to day makes it a lot easier. You have probably already heard it, but it's important to have multiple income streams. And I do have that, and I am focusing on creating more income streams, but there is a little catch in that. So at the moment, I'm working full-time as an account manager sales, but here in Belgium, it's a flexi job, extra job that you do besides your main job. And then I also do freelance work. So day to day, work on my day, 9 to 5 job. 3 times a week, I do my flexi jobs in the morning, 5 to 8, 9 a.m. And sometimes in the evenings, I also work as a freelancer. And to top it all off, I do my workouts every day, 6 to 7 times a week. And I also work on my YouTube. So there is a lot. And that's the catch. I know that, and it's important to really try to focus on one thing and trying to grow that one thing. For me, it has been a struggle, but I have the opportunity to do multiple things so that if something falls off, I can really stand up the other leg, you know? So I'm not standing on just one leg, I'm standing on 3 to 4 legs to be as strong as possible. It has been a challenge since I've started to work at 14, 15 years to understand that money is not everything. So I'm working a lot, but that doesn't mean I'm growing a lot. I have been growing during the years, so I'm thankful to that. And I'm thankful that I want to work a lot and I like to work. But now I'm focusing on YouTube a lot and I like that, but I don't see any money coming in yet. So now I do have to prioritize YouTube if I really want to grow it. Because if I'm prioritizing little money now on my flexi job or my freelance job, I will not grow my YouTube as fast as I want to. So it's there the catch that it's really about focusing on maybe the future and not only the little monies you're making now. But this way of working has really built my financial foundations to be strong, to be conscious about how money goes in and out, and really hopefully never have any problems. Taking as much risk as possible, but at the same time being just safe because you have multiple things going on. Maybe a little thing I'm doing as well is investing. I'm fully invested in crypto. What I mean by fully is that I don't own stocks anymore. I did that in the past, but now I only do crypto, and I'm also investing in that. But my time is not allocating a lot to that. It's automatic. Every week I invest in some cryptos and I'm just doing that. That's it. I'm not looking around for new crypto things, or new crypto coins. I'm not looking around for new projects and stuff. My new project is YouTube and I'm focusing on YouTube. My incomes, I do them as much as possible, but sometimes I say no because I want to work on my YouTube or I want to train, and that's a non-negotiable. Going to my workouts, working out, being healthy is really a non-negotiable. I need to train 6 to 7 times a week. That's it. I have to do it. So to be sure I can implement my workouts every day, I do that in the morning. In the evenings, sometimes I get a call, okay, can you help me with this? Can you do extra little job or something? And it's difficult for me to say no. So if I place my workouts in the beginning of my day, I'm sure my workout is done, I'm happy, and then I can move around and move along and do what I have to do. And if unexpected things come into the planning, I can take them. And for me, it's really about not sacrificing my long-term health benefits to a short-term gain income. You know what I mean? So sometimes if I didn't work out, I might say no to some extra job just because for me it's so important working out, going for my run, trying to implement cycling into my workouts, but my focus is now gym and running, and it's really important. That also mirrors the discipline I want to put in my own projects. It also mirrors how I'm going around life, and it makes me just stronger. It is also a way to just let everything out and just be on your own, creating ideas, creating things, and thinking about everything. So that's so beneficial, not only for your body, but also for your mental health. Mental health helps you out to not burn out. And working out, again, helps me out to have the energy to focusing on all the things without getting overwhelmed. Of course, I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing right now, but for me the most important thing is just do. Instead of doubting, I'm just doing. And along the way, I'm learning to be better, but I need energy. So that energy, it's really also the foundations of my mindset. I try to be as positive as possible, work as hard and as efficient as possible. So I do like to work and I'm working a lot, but I do often try to give me some leisure space and to just be happy with some leisure, because in the past I had the guilt of having fun and I was thinking, okay, now I'm not progressing in any project I was going on. Now I do think in another way, and I think my mindset is shifting to something a lot more greater and long-term vision. Is fun is not the enemy of ambition. We can work hard and rest smart. You know what I mean? So it's also about the mindset. I'm working on a lot of that. I'm watching a lot of content while working or while driving. I listen to a lot of podcasts that motivates me and that keeps me ongoing. I try to read more books. I've been struggling to read every day and even every week, but I'm doing it more than last year. Really to grow my learnings, grow my mindset, and stay top of the top all the time, to be as consistent and as powerful as possible. Shifting to that, learning is one of the most important things next to my health habits. Learning is really important. As I said, you are really working on your body because it gives you energy. It mirrors a discipline, but learning has the same thing on your mindset. It gives you a lot of peace when you know something, and it gives you a lot of more energy to work on things faster because you already learned it. You know, if every time you stumble on a thing because of the experiences you have had and the learnings you have had, it's easier to get over it, you know. So I'm working a lot on communication, sales, because I do like sales. I'm staying on sales, and to grow business, sales for me, in my opinion, it's really everything. You need to learn sales. Everybody should learn a little of sales. Is feeling people, sales is understand people. So I'm really into communication, sales, and then since I'm in my 20s, learning about life and how everything goes. you know? We are everyday learning, and that's beautiful about life. You never stop learning, I hope. So building in your 20s is really about creating the right systems, or the systems that work for you. An example was planning, creating multiple income streams. It doesn't matter how you create them, but just try to understand income streams. I'm creating more income streams so that I can be financially stronger and take more risk to get on with more projects. You know what I mean? Creating that healthy lifestyle, healthy habits to work out every day, to learn as much as possible every day, and really having the mindset, working on the mindset to be positive, to be efficient, working hard and going all in on your project. It's the moment to go all in right now and to be just 1% better. Every day, it's a compound that you really can't calculate. It's going to be amazing if you start doing it now. And to be honest, you can have some fun, but I choose to really work hard and to have a little fun, because my fun is coming and there is going to be a lot of amazing things later on. I'm sure about it. And I think, as everyone, I'm doing these big pillars in my life, but I do get overwhelmed. I sometimes don't know where to start, and then I remind myself, okay, what's the most important thing for me right now? What has the most priority at the moment? Just doing that first, and then building on top, building on top. So we all get stimulated and overwhelmed by all the information you find online. Doesn't matter, just go, do, and don't doubt. What's your non-negotiable day to day? Tell me in the comments, let me know. Let's know each other. What are your non-negotiables? If you like this type of videos, what I am doing in my life, what I'm trying to find out to be the best version of myself, don't forget to like, subscribe, because I'm continuing to make a lot of videos about things like that. Thanks a lot. Next time, I'm sharing one mindset that really helps me out to be consistent, so keep watching. So hit the subscribe so you don't miss it. If you're serious about building a future, comment down below. Let's grow together.